Good morning. We're here at the UT Extension office, and we appreciate Chris having us here this morning. And Chris, good morning, and thank you for talking with us. And tell us a little bit about what you do here at the Extension office.
Okay, my role here is Agriculture Extension Agent and also the County Director for UT Extension, and also I help out a lot with the management of the building here at Ag Center.
And I know that this building, that it's fairly new. How long has it actually been here?
It officially opened in May of 17.
And how did it come about to be in this location and getting here?
I took a group of farmers to Kentucky, an educational tour, and on the way back they said, wow, all those counties we visited had a meeting place, a place they could do a meal, and things like that. We ought to be able to do something like that. And a year later, we were looking at doing it pretty seriously. So it generated the idea from the tour to Kentucky. And a group of clientele got together and connected with one of our state legislatures here locally and came up with a plan. And before you knew it, we had grant money and the process was on. And like I say, it really evolved over about 2 years to get to where it was now. It's
awesome. Now you all, I know recently had an event here, at least over the last several weekends. There was a rodeo here. So what all different kinds of events do you have here at this building?
Well, the mission of the building is to promote and teach the community about agriculture. But we often have other events here as well. We do a lot of our stuff through associations like the Master Gardener Association and the Cattlemen's Association and our 4-H parents and programs there as well, and our Family Consumer Science, FCE clubs, and TNCEP Coalition, all kinds of different groups that we educate through. So it's an awesome facility to host those events and meetings. But just to make this building work, we often have outside groups that rent the facility. It could be a real estate or a business organization of some kind, or it could be a local high school wants to do a dance at the facility. Wildlife groups, there's been several of those here. All kinds of different people come in and rent the facility, especially the large meeting room, have a meal, and which was so busy in 2019 ahead of the COVID shutdown. It's been very successful, and hopefully we get back there sometime this year.
Well, Chris, as far as when we were pulling in, we noticed that there's some parking here at the front. So about how many parking places and how many people can you actually accommodate here if someone wanted to rent the facility?
Pre-COVID, there was meetings that there was 300 in the large room.
Okay.
There's probably 180 parking places, not counting the field at the bottom, which sometimes is used for parking. And long-term, sometime will be gravelled, where it can be used even better.
Now, what are your hours here during the week?
We are 8 to 12 and 1 to 5. We're often closed at lunchtime, unless somebody calls and say they need to come by during that time.
Now, how many staff members do you have here?
When we are fully staffed, we have 6. We have myself, which I do agriculture and community economic development kinds of programs. We have 2 4-H agents, Walker Malone and Ina Ponder. We have a FCS agent that's currently vacant. Should be back by July 1 with a new person. And then we have Linda Jones, who does our TNCEP, SNAP-Ed programs. And then we have Administrative Associate, Andrea Belcher.
Okay, so if someone wanted to rent one of your rooms or something, what is the number that they would call, or who would they speak with about that?
You know, there's two numbers that come in, either one will work. 574-1919 is our office, and then there's another number for the Ag Center that's 574-1898.
Okay. So I thought, well, if somebody sees the video and they're interested in calling and finding out more about renting the facility or whatever, they could call you and do that. Do you all have a website too that people could check out?
We do. It's sullivan.tennessee, all spelled out, .edu.
Okay. And do you have a Facebook page or social media outlets?
We do. Just search UT Extension Sullivan County.
Okay. And is the UT Extension, is that all primarily done through the University of Tennessee?
Yes, we are a part of the University of Tennessee system, and we're also part of Tennessee State University. Walking Malone is funded through TSU.
Okay. Well, it's great information, and what a beautiful building that you have. And I know that we're going to speak with Linda about the TNCEP program and what all that she does. Chris, thank you so much for talking with us about this building today and all that you do.
Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we're here at the Extension Office with Linda Jones. And Linda, tell us a little bit about what you do here at the Extension Office.
I'm the program assistant for TNCEP, which stands for the Tennessee Consumer Nutrition Education Program. And I deal specifically with low-income individuals, those that receive SNAP benefits or other disability-type help from the USDA or from the government. And I have several programs. I teach families. This is a program I teach for families, teaching them how to eat healthy on a limited budget and to get more physical exercise. They learn cooking skills, how to plan and prepare meals, and we do live food demonstrations, and they receive, for attending class, they receive free kitchen tools to help them implement what they learn. And we always try to do a series of classes so that we can affect change in behavior. And then I love working with the senior population, and I'll be at Linview Senior Center in May, and I have a class specific as we age, our bodies change, and so our nutritional needs change, and I do a lot of talking about nutrition, drinking enough water, getting enough physical exercise, and we even get into a little bit of how to cook for one and not rely so much on processed food. So, and then also we go into the schools and teach classes for children. We have some cute classes, Rudy Raccoon, and one of my favorite, Adventures in the Kitchen, and teaching kids. And we're starting a new program this summer called Teen Cuisine. So teaching teenagers how to cook for themselves and prepare their own meals. So we cover the entire lifespan with our TNCEP nutrition program.
And I noticed that the colander that you give out, it is collapsible.
Oh, yes.
And that's such a good thing.
This is one of the favorite items that people receive, and I often get requests, can I have another one? So, yeah, all of these are very handy tools. I will be at the farmer's market. I believe it's scheduled to officially open in May, and we usually start our program sometime after that. But we hand out recipes and a few of these kitchen tools and talk about the nutrition of the fresh fruits and vegetables available at the farmer's market.
Great. I hope folks will come by and see you whenever you're there at the
I hope
farmer's
so
market.
too. That's one of the fun things, to get out in the community and to meet people.
Definitely. Well, thank you a lot, Linda. We appreciate all you do for the community.
You're welcome. We're looking forward to getting a new family and consumer science agent, hopefully by July the 1st. And one of the main things that she does in the summer months is teach canning and food preservation. And we encourage people to get their canning information from reliable sources. I get really dismayed looking on social media at some of the shortcuts people take in the canning process. And we would highly encourage you, if you have any questions about canning, to call a county extension office, because those people have been trained, they have the most up-to-date information. And sometimes, things change as science goes on and we learn more things, and canners have changed. This is an old style canner. We actually have some new pressure canners.
Because this is one of those that have.
That's the one that jiggles,
Yeah.
and you can actually bring your canner to a local extension office and they can test the pressure gauge on it to make sure it's accurate. That's not available until we get a new agent, and she's trained to do that. But it's very important to use up-to-date methods and not take shortcuts with canning.
Grace, thank you.